we're at right now in terms of the culinary and hospitality building. In the background you can see the skeleton of the building being installed. The area that you see with that overhang is actually where the hotel rooms are at. And the very lowest level is where the fine dining restaurant is at. So it has a nice view looking south over the pond. The views and the dynamic elements are there on that end of the building. In the center is the main entrance. And the rest of the complex is kind of hard to describe in its skeleton form, but it's developing very well, and you can see that the progress is getting there, getting ready for winter, and making sure that we have the ability to close in the site. That's our main goal. So now you're getting a little bit of a closer view behind the curtain. So you can see as the progress is coming along, we have a lot of the substructure that's being worked on at this time. Where you see that orange lift is actually the main entrance going in. The lower level to the left-hand side is where the other restaurant that's going to be part of this complex. So there's two restaurants, one to your right, one to your left. And further back on the left-hand side is where multimedia will be at. It's really hard to imagine what this looks like, but after staring at these prints for over a year and a half, this is going to be something, seeing it at this level is pretty exciting. We're getting closer and closer, and we're anticipating opening in August of 11. Believe it or not, we're going to make it, and these are actually good progress in terms of making that goal happen. Now this is the one side that isn't as obvious from the campus perspective. This is the back side, or the very east end of the culinary building. This is actually where multimedia is at, and one of the constraints that we had was coming up with a large enough theater, a big enough studio that had a free space. And people have asked the question, why with culinary? Well, one of the reasons is the least expensive way to accommodate the requirements for multimedia is to give them a footprint that actually gave them a clean slate. And we were able to accommodate the requirements pretty effectively by the space that you see behind me. So the studio actually is the one to your right, and the other elements of the support of multimedia is to the left-hand side. But this is the corner of multimedia within the Culinary and Hospitality Center.